Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, Nottingham Forest hosting Manchester United off of a 3-2 loss against Arsenal. Nottingham Forest is sitting at plus 450. United sitting at minus 150 with the draw. They're plus 275. I'll let you go first, but it should come to no shock to anybody who listens to this podcast that I think I'm going to fade United again.
Congratulations on fading United successfully.
I just kept retweeting every little analytics site that I follow and just domination, because that's exactly what it was. Arsenal got what they deserved.
I agree. I think I tweeted that after the match. Matt Trevi was like, "Oh, how bold of you to say that." A nice thing about Arsenal. Yeah, definitely downgrading United off of the performance. I think we saw one potential issue for United in this game against Arsenal, and like it's not a huge issue because you're playing away at Arsenal, and like how much of the ball are you really expecting to have, and how many shots were you really going to get? But they got nothing from Weghorst or Anthony in this match. I do wonder if we'll see some midfield rotation. Somebody like Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes might get a little bit of a rest. I'm not entirely sure how they'll approach it, but United is in a tough spot here. For Forest, I mean, they've gotten to the point now where they're relatively like out of immediate danger. They're still in the relegation battle, but they're not like desperate. This is a huge opportunity for them in a cup semifinal at home. And if you look at the expected goals data from home matches and away matches this year, Forest has actually been better at home than United's been on the road, and just like an aggregate XG difference. Forest is above XG water level. They're right around basically an average team at home. Whereas United away from home has really struggled to create chances. Now, I wanted to bet the under here, and I bet the under when they played on Boxing Day or the day after, under 3.25 at Old Trafford. Now it's 2.5. I can't bet under 2.5 with United against this Forest defense, even though it's a first leg. But instead, I'm going to take Forest plus 3/4 plus 1. I'm waiting. I haven't actually bet it yet. United sitting roughly, 155, 150. If that drifts a little bit upward, I'll be grabbing the plus 1. If not, I'll settle and take the 3/4, depending on how that line moves between now and Wednesday. But I think Forest has shown improvement. They've been much better at home, and the United attack is just not giving me enough shots to trust them. Even in their wins, even in the draw against Palace, like they went up the goal and then they just kind of sat on it and then lost control of the game. And, if they go up a goal here, it's a great result for United, but, similar to the other match where you have a road favorite like Newcastle, a draw is not a bad result either with them going home, especially given, coming off of this emotional loss to Arsenal and with potentially rotation coming in. The biggest problem I thought for United today, Ten Hag had nothing there's nothing on the United bench that he can turn to for good depth attacking. Like Garnacho is showing promise, but there's no like attacking depth while Martial's out. So I think there's some question marks about like how much can we trust United right now as a road favorite at Forest in a cup match. So I like the dog.
I agree with you. And the thing is, I think you hit the nail on the head, is that Nottingham Forest has just been way, way better at home than they've been on the road. I mean, they're a plus 1 expected goal differential in the Premier League. And they've done okay against the big six at home. Like they beat Liverpool 1-0, won the expected goals battle. They beat Tottenham in the EFL Cup 2-0. They drew Chelsea 1-1 and won the expected goals battle. So, and if you remember, that Chelsea goal was kind of a fluke, off of Willy Bolly's head, off the bar, and then right to Sterling. I was going back through Nottingham Forest because obviously they were really, really bad to begin the season. And I went from September 1st, which is the day after they got beat 6-0 by City at the Etihad. They're only a minus 0.28 non-penalty expected goal differential per 90 minutes since that time frame, which is 13th in the Premier League. So they're really just improving, and they're really not as bad as we saw from the beginning. And that, you mentioned that match against United out of the World Cup break. I don't know how much we can really, we can obviously take a lot from that, but like you already mentioned, United hasn't been good away from home. And also Morgan Gibbs-White did not play in that match, and he is currently leading them in pretty much every single offensive stat. He has the most shot creating actions outside of Taiwo Awoniyi. He has the second best expected goal plus expected assist rate per 90 minutes. he's basically just become their best creator. So him being healthy in the lineup is going to be big. The problem I'm running into and why I want to wait for a better number, like you mentioned, Steve Henderson's probably not going to play, which means Wayne Hennessy's going to be in goal. Now he's also out. So
he can't play.
That's true. He can't
play
of
the parent club, so it'll be Wayne.
Club. That is true. It will be
not
Wayne.
Great. Another reason not to bet the under because that game
another reason
ended 3-0.
Another reason to wait.